Hey everyone, Ariel Adams from aBlogtoWatch. Please subscribe to our videos on YouTube and like this video if you find it useful. This is a review of the Maurice de Mauriac L1. The L1 has been designed by also Zurich-based designer, a furniture designer, Mr. Fabian Schwerzler. He is someone that I believe this is his first watch project, and he has designed the L1 and also the L2 watch for Maurice de Mauriac. That is a boutique Zurich-based Swiss watch brand. This is a minimalist Bauhaus style watch that I like. I typically don't like minimalist Bauhaus watches, but I make exceptions from time to time, especially for good designs. This watch grew on me. It came out a couple years ago, and I'm finally reviewing it now. If you know anything about the Maurice de Mauriac brand, you know that it's all about straps and customization and mixing and matching stuff. So the newest thing about this particular version of the L2 is the DLC coated steel case. So it's a black. It's not like a deep black. It's a little bit more of like a gunmetal. I actually kind of like it. And the strap options, there's a lot of them. This is a nice, richly toned brown Barania leather strap that is excellent. And one of the things I like is that the side of the strap you can see is colored black to match the case. You can get this in a non-DLC coated steel case as well, but I think that the black case goes with the black dial well. So what makes a good minimalist Bauhaus watch? I think that a lot of it has to do with the fact that it needs to evoke a sense of what I'd like to call mid-century blockiness. This watch is actually very much like what a three-hand Speedmaster might be. The Speedmaster, in its sense, is actually very much a Bauhaus design, and that's one of the reasons it's very successful. And maybe that's why I like this, because it looks like a three-hand Speedmaster. I like that the proportions are right. Minimalism implies stripping away as much as possible, and that's not exactly what's going on here. There isn't as little as possible. As little as possible means there wouldn't be a track for the minutes. You know, there wouldn't be a date. There wouldn't be anything like that. This is minimalized, but it's not purely minimalist. It's really about focusing on legibility. What I think that Fabian did very well on this, and of course was helped by Maurice de Mauriac, is the fact that the proportions are very, very good. This is a 39 millimeter wide case. I tend to not even like watches that are this size. I usually prefer watches that are a little bit larger there, so I feel like I need to wipe that. But I think that it works well for what it is. It feels comfortable. It's very, very legible. Nice high contrast. The dial is a matte color. There isn't finishings you don't need. It really focuses on a lot of functionality, which I definitely appreciate. One of the things I like about the case is that it's not as thin and dainty as I guess a lot of the minimalist watches are. It does have a masculinity to it. There's nice angles. They're sharp and modern. The lugs have a bit of strength to them. The bezel is, thick enough that it feels substantial. So again, this is I'm not calling it a smaller watch. It's a modestly sized watch at 39 millimeters wide, but it has a masculinity to it that I really respect. And the combination of the brown and the black and the white works very well together. So again, the proportions are what I like. I find the design to be very attractive. And legible, which is important to me. And there's little things. For example, you can see over 6 o'clock there's some text that says automatic. It's so small, it's barely legible. I mean, it's actually kind of humorous. And I write more about this in the written part of the article, but I have some theories on why it is the size that it is. I think it's a little bit of a joke, actually. It's a little bit of humor, watch design humor, if that even exists. Because it's not necessary text, but it actually helps round out the dial, meaning it adds an aesthetic element to it. It says automatic. You don't really need to know that all the time. So it's like, it's so small, you don't really need it to be there. It's just the text that fit from a proportionality standpoint, which is why it's there. So I say a few more things about that, but that's basically why. So again, this is a Maurice de Mauriac L1. Price in steel without the coating is 2,300 Swiss francs. Oh, I forgot to talk about the movement. Sorry, I'll get back to that. It's not a long conversation. Display case back, so you can see the decorated movement. It is a Swiss at a 28-24-2 automatic, so nothing super special, but exactly what you would want in a type of watch like this. A nice, reliable, convenient automatic movement. You can tell in the case there's no text, there's no branding. I like that. It's sort of a nice sterile look that focuses on the functionality. As I was saying, the non-DLC coded version of this watch is 2,300 Swiss francs, not too bad. That price jumps up to 3,200 Swiss francs, this one, with the DLC coded case. Maurice de Mauriac claims that the coding process, the supplier they use, is expensive, which I believe them, and that other big Swiss watchmakers use it. Again, I believe them. That seems probably the upper range of, you know, I think what someone wants to spend on a watch like this, but it is attractive. It is nicely done. The strap is of a good quality. Everything feels really good about it. And like I said, it does come from a good designer. This is his first watch. I think it's a good watch. And again, I talk more about the designer in the review. You can see the full review of the Maurice de Mauriac L1 on aBlogtoWatch. Thanks.